This is Fitness Blender's Pyramid HIIT. In this workout routine, we're going to be doing a fast-paced, high-intensity interval training routine in a pyramid structure. All of these exercises are body weight driven, so you're not going to need any equipment for this routine other than an optional exercise mat. This pyramid style is going to be 10, 20, and 30 seconds in length, and it's going to be in groups of 2. The best way to see how this works is just to go ahead and get it started. So let's start with our first exercise, the jumping jacks. Go ahead and get ready, and start them up. And we're almost done, just 5 seconds left till we switch to fly jacks. And switch it up, bring those hands in front, it's the same exact motion as a jumping jack, but those hands come in front and out to the sides rather than up and down. Just keep that motion going. And let it relax. Alright, you got 10 seconds rest. We're going to start into the 20-second interval next. Our next exercise is going to be high knees, 20 seconds. And start them up. Now make sure you're driving those knees nice and high. Try to get them up above the height of your hip every single time. Barely letting that foot touch the ground before you're pulling it right back up again. Just keep it going 100%. You got 5 seconds left till we switch to knee tuck jumps. And switch it. Nice low squat, jump nice and high, and then pull those knees up as high as you possibly can. Dropping those feet back down as quickly as possible, landing and going right back into that squat again before you jump. This is a quick motion, no pausing, just go directly from that jump, straight back down into that nice deep squat, straight back into that jump again. Almost done, and let it relax. Alright, we got a nice long 20-second break now. Try to make sure you keep moving around, you don't want to completely stop. Walk back and forth with those feet if you need to, get set up for that next exercise. We got just a few seconds left. 5 more seconds, we're going to be going into burpees next, 30 seconds of these, and start them up. Make sure you're moving really nice and quick, pop those feet out, right back up underneath you, and then jump as hard as you possibly can, straight up in the air. Make sure you're getting every single ounce of effort out of this as you possibly can, 100% push every single time. We've got just 10 seconds left until we move to the next exercise, another 30 seconds. Our next one is going to be mountain climbers. And switch it up. Stay down there nice and low. Get those feet moving back and forth. Nice low controlled motion. Try to keep those hips as low as you can. Try to keep those feet moving as quickly as possible, driving those knees up as high as you can. And just 10 seconds left. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, you get a 30-second break on this one. Nice long break, then we'll start working our way back down that pyramid. Remember to keep moving around. Just don't stop moving. Shuffle those feet back and forth if you can. Even jog in place. I know you're probably not going to want to, but if you're capable of it, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, just keep those feet moving back and forth, breathing nice and deep. Just don't stop moving. Almost ready to start again. We've got 5 seconds left. We're going to jump right back into the jumping lunges, 20 seconds of these, and start them up. Try to keep that torso straight up and down as best you can. You want to keep that weight evenly dispersed between that front and that rear leg, jumping straight up in the air, switching those feet as quickly as you can, and then dropping it right back down again. Just keep that motion nice and controlled. Really hard jump every single time. I know those legs are burning like crazy, but keep pushing through it. We're almost done. And go ahead and stand up, switch those wall jumps. Get both those hands up in the air, jumping as hard as you possibly can. You want to spend more time in the air than you do on the ground. So try to keep pushing it as quickly as possible, as hard as a jump as you can every single time. Make sure everything's really nice and contracted. Now we're almost done, just a few seconds left. And let it relax. All right, keep that body moving around, keep those feet moving. We've got 20 seconds rest until we start back into the next round, back down to that 10-second interval. And just 5 seconds left until we start back into it. We're doing squat jumps next. 10 seconds of these. And start them up. Push as hard as you possibly can. I know those legs are really, really tired, but try to get a nice deep squat every single time, jumping it up as hard as you can each time. Now we're going to switch to butt kickers. And switch them. Pull those heels up to your butt really nice and high. You want to try to stay off the ground as long as you can, barely letting those feet touch the ground before you're going right back up again. Almost done. and let it relax. All right, you get a nice long 20-second break for this one. Go ahead and hit pause if you need a little bit longer. Otherwise, we're going to start right back into round number 2 here in just a few seconds. Now, if you need to, go grab a drink of water real quick. But whatever you do, make sure you don't stop moving. You want to make sure those feet always move. At least shift your weight back and forth. We're going to start up here in just a few seconds. Got just about 5 seconds left before we start back in. We've got jumping jacks coming up next. And start them up. Just a regular jumping jack. Get those hands up over your head really quick. Snap those hands back down. Get those feet back together. We're going to switch over to those fly jacks next. And start them up. Bring those hands straight in front of your chest, out back behind you. Those legs still going out and back in, just like a traditional jumping jack. And go ahead and let those relax. You get a 10-second rest. We're going to move on to the next one here in just a second. Our next exercise coming up is the high knees, and we're moving up to the 20-second mark. And start them up. Drive those knees nice and high. Get those knees at least hip height, higher if you can. Barely letting those toes touch the ground before you're driving that knee right back up again. And we're almost done. We're going to switch to the knee tuck jumps in 5 seconds. And switch them up. Get those knees up there really nice and high. Nice deep squat. Jumping as hard as you can every single time. Driving those knees as hard as you can every single time. Just keep it going. And just 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, you got a full 20-second rest. Remember, just keep moving. Make sure you're at least shifting your weight back and forth between your feet. Trying to do a jog in place if you can. We're going to start here in just a few seconds. Our next exercise is going to be burpees. Moving up to the 30-second interval. And start them up. Make sure you're moving really nice and quick, getting a full extension for that push-up position, then jumping as hard as you can at the top every single time. This is all about speed. You want to make sure every single muscle in your body is nice and tight and contracted the entire time. I know you're getting tired, but we're almost done. Just keep it going. Nice hard push every single time. Got 5 seconds left till we switch to mountain climbers. And drop it down and stay there, moving those feet back and forth really nice and quick, keeping those hips nice and low. Just move those feet as quick as you can, driving those knees up as far towards those elbows as possible. And that is your halfway point right there. Keep those feet moving. I know they're getting really nice and tired, but try to keep that form as solid as you can, hips nice and low, driving those knees. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, you got a nice long 30-second break. Just remember, keep those feet moving the entire time. Nice deep breaths. And we've got 10 seconds before we start back in again. We're going back down this time. We've got our 20-second interval coming up. First exercise, the jumping lunges. And start them up. Just keep focusing on trying to evenly disperse that weight between that front and rear leg. Make sure that torso is straight up and down as much as you possibly can. Try not to lean forward. Trying to jump as hard as you possibly can, straight up in the air every single time. And we are almost done with these. We've got just about 5 seconds left till we switch to wall jumps. And switch them up. Go and stand up. Get both those hands over top of your head. Jumping as hard as you possibly can every single time. Trying to get as much distance from the ground as possible. Trying to barely let those toes touch the ground before you're jumping right back off again. And just 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, you got a good 20-second rest. Our next one's dropping down to that 10-second interval. And we are so close to being done. We only have 20 seconds left until we're completely finished. We're going to start that off with 10 seconds of squat jumps. And start them up. Nice deep squat every single time, jumping as hard as you possibly can every single time. Got 5 seconds until we switch to double butt kickers. And switch them up. This is your last one. Make sure it counts. Really push through it. Try to get that heel all the way up to that butt. Moving as quickly as you possibly can. Getting a nice high hop. 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, good job. This workout is complete. You just finished Fitness Blenders Pyramid HIIT.